What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you the unboxing of my brand new GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. And here it is. I always wanted to get a GoPro since the first one. I wasn't sure on getting something so new, so I waited and waited. Then the Hero 2 came along. I waited some more in case there are some bugs with the new version. Just when I was ready to buy it, they announced the Hero 3 out of the blue. Some more waiting was needed. Although the reviews have been mixed and some saying it freezes and have battery issues. I took a risk and decided to splash out £360 for this little bugger. Not cheap at all, so if this breaks, I'll have to kill myself. Anyway, let's take a quick look around the box. Here is the front with some information about the camera specs and key points. Notice this is the Hero 3 Black Edition. Which means it will shoot 1080p at 60 frames per second instead of 30, 720p at 120 frames per second instead of 60 compared to the white and silver edition. This is good news when filming stuff for slow motion. It can also shoot at 4K resolution, but only 15 frames per second, which isn't really useful, for me at least. It can also shoot in 2.7K resolution at 30 frames per second. Now that's quite useful. If you have a shaky footage, you could use Premiere's warp stabilizer to reduce the amount of camera shake, without losing pixels if you render the video out as 1080p. There are many more resolution and frame rate combinations. If you need more information on this, go on GoPro's website. Other important features is the built-in Wi-Fi and remote that's included. I don't really need the remote as I'll be using the free app which is available for the iOS and Android for changing settings and framing. This also means I don't have to get the LCD touch backpack. The Hero 3 can also take 12 megapixel images with a burst rate of 30 frames per second, built-in time-lapse function and Pro Tune which gives you a higher bitrate and a more neutral footage so it's easier to color grade in post. Enough with the introduction, let's bust this thing open and see what's inside. I actually have this for a few days now, but I didn't want to open it because it doesn't include quite a few parts. For example, I know it doesn't come with a micro SD card, tripod mount adapter, suction cup, the three ingredients that I need to get any footage out of this thing. You can see that I struggled quite a bit to get the GoPro off the base, struggling like an idiot. So let's skip a few steps and see what's actually included. A notice telling you to update the GoPro the moment you open it, but I can't because I don't have an SD card. Some legal documents and how to use the Wi-Fi remote. The waterproof rechargeable Wi-Fi remote which allows you to turn the GoPro on and off, and the remote record trigger. The Hero 3 with its waterproof housing are mounted on a quick release plate. I haven't seen the camera up close before, but I was surprised on how small it actually was. And let's see what else is included. Sticker number 1, sticker number 2, sticker number 3. Another spare quick release mount, USB charging cable for the remote, a Wi-Fi remote attachment ring? Sounds complicated. I haven't got a clue what this is. A flat surface sticky mount and a curved one for sticking on curvy surfaces. A very small battery. A back cover with holes in it for better sound recording. Obviously not meant to be used underwater. Now here's the tripod mount which I bought separately for £8, which really should have been included in the first place. £8 for a piece of plastic. What the fuck? So here's me once again struggling to unscrew the GoPro off its base. I didn't know if you were meant to use a screwdriver with it or not, but I couldn't do it with my hands. Maybe I'm just weak. Come on, you little fuck. So anyway, I loosened it with a screwdriver at the end, and it was easier to unscrew with my fingers afterwards. Take the bolt out and remove the quick release mount, and then hold the little switch on the top and release the clamp. At this point I realized that I can't charge the battery with the housing on, so I will have to go through this process each time I want to charge the battery. Or you could get the frame which has cutouts on the side for easy access, but they will charge you £40 for another piece of plastic. So here's the actual naked GoPro Hero 3 camera. It's even smaller and lighter without the waterproof housing. It's got a nice rubbery side and back for added grip. Take this cover off to insert the battery. Drop the battery in. Put the battery cover back on. Here is the cover to get access to the mini USB, mini HDMI and micro SD card slot. The cover isn't attached to the body, so it does feel like it could fall out any time. Press the power button on the front for a few seconds to turn the GoPro on. And there you have it. This is my quick look at my first ever GoPro Hero camera. I will post a video soon on how to connect it to the GoPro app and let you know how I get on with it. I'm still waiting for some other bits to come through, so stay tuned for the next part. I'm Joe, and thanks for watching my video.